yeah. So today VD is delegate to me for chairing. Maybe to Nadine, would you be my secretary? Are you available, Nadine?
Yes, yes, Kak. Can you hear me?
Yep. Thank you. So yeah, I will start from the last week dependencies. Starting from the awareness. Is it awareness? Oh, yeah. Hello, Mas Gani.
Halo Mas
Okay.
Andi.
Yeah.
Oke.
Okay. So we are now on the discussion management. So to discuss about the last week dependencies.
Yeah.
First, this is from the awareness.
Yeah.
Would you be tell us your update?
Okay, so based on last week discussion, we have adoption issue on awareness team. So one of the solution is we put the checklist on each SPO template card per property. So this one is to make sure every uh, Airbnb listing or Booking.com listing it's supposed to be have a checklist there. Um, yep, I think just that the update, Mas Andy.
Okay. So you create the. I guess that's already improved in the guideline, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
already put. Okay. So there is improvement on the guideline. Okay. Thank you, Gani. And then for the second one,
Yeah.
explain on the improvement of it. Okay?
For this one, I think I will ask perhaps Vidi or Lilis if I need an assistant to provide the SLA progress. But so far, I still able to handle it by myself, Mas Andy. So
Okay. So currently you will handle by yourself first.
yeah, that
Okay
one.
then. Okay. So I will tick this. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, thank you, Mas Gani, for the conversion. I guess from Nadine, is there any update that you want to say about the evaluation?
Yes. Yes, Kak Tandy, thank you. For the conversion, yes, it's already been discussed on the last conversion chapter and it's already been a guideline. So we merged the property classifications framework, the one that classify luxury, comfort, and also budget and exotic as a measurement to actually identify the guests that we're actually handling. Jadi nanti bisa lebih mudah pattern matching-nya. Itu sih. Jadi the result is a new guideline about that, Kak Tendi.
Okay, so the result is new guideline, yeah. Okay, thank you, Nadine. Okay, for the next is from the transformation. Yeah, last week I had discussed with Fide and Lilis as well about the KPI for the return of gas. So we want to measure as well for the return gas. So me and VD create the new tools for monitor the gas return or gas repeater. Currently we are finished to make the tools for tracking the gas repeater. On the January, the data is already valid because we already splitting the gas extend with the gas repeater. So the difference is gas extend they continue to stay, and then gas repeater is they check out and then they stay in our other property or either come back in the property again like that. And then for January, it's we have about 28% for the repeater. But on the December, November, and October, I had delegate to Irma for what's called ship mapping, which gas is extend and then shorten. Already delegate, and then Irma is still working on that and will be done by this Friday. That's so we can get the history data. Then for that history data, we will use we will count and then make the SLA for the gas return. That. Okay, is there any question so far? Okay, no. If
Oh,
not,
wait,
then I will
Tandy,
continue.
let me take a
Yes,
look
sir.
at the graph real quick. So does that mean our return guest rate is dropping over the past 4 months?
Not for the last 4 months. This is we count together the gas extent and then gas repeater. So the number is high. But on the January, we already make separate. What's called separate between the gas extent and gas repeater by mapping gas extent and then gas repeater like that.
Okay, so when
Uh,
I look at this graph, what am I supposed to understand then, Tendi? Okay,
yeah.
well, let's go to Nadine.
Okay, yeah. So for this graph, it's not what's called finished yet, sir, like that. So but on the January it's already correct because on the January we already implement the SLA for the gas extend like that for the
Yep.
gas extend. So we count the gas extend by writing in the internal notes on the bigger. Maybe I will give you example to get the context.
Mhm.
Okay, so on bigger we put the on the internal note of each gas. If the gas extend, we put the notes gas extended like that. So we can count which gas is extend like that. So by C the notes and then we'll count on the readers. Oh, for example, Andrian.
Okay, let me go over to Lois. Lois, could you provide a little more context on this particular new development?
Okay, sir. So this basically why the number is dropping. Previously, all gas counted as repeater, but now it is split into extend and also repeater. So that's why it's kind of dropped. But I believe that the first 4 months is dropping, but I'm not sure with the accuracy of the data. As Tandy said, we just can believe on January right now. Intention is to improve the guest retention or customer retention, and also the extension.
Okay, a few things there. So if all guests were counted as repeater, it wouldn't be 0.51, right? It would be 1, right? Because then that's 100%.
Mm, I'm not sure what
Okay.
100%.
Hey, look. This is I think a how do I put it? This is one of our issues here. Okay, so when the data doesn't tell us a meaningful story, then it's not very useful. Okay, so here's what I want you guys to do. Also, Tendi, Lillis, in this particular case, make sure before we present data in front of a team, we already are dealing with a lot of situations here. I think you guys know of where people are interpreting graphs incorrectly or not sure of what they are seeing, and that's already a kind of a big problem here across the company, people reading graphs wrong. Now, in order to stop that from happening, I think we should be careful about what we actually put in front of, let's say, the team's eyes, because now we see this graph going down, and any smart person would see that, okay, apparently we're having a problem, right? Then this would then instigate, it would start people thinking about how to improve the thing, but the fact is that it might not actually require any action because it's not an actual reality that things are getting bad. It's just the data isn't consistent across each month. Okay, so I think we need to think about the data quality. Think of it this way, everybody: data is like nutrition. It's nutrition for us to make the correct decisions about where we want to spend resources and prioritize. We all talk about burnout and not having enough time to work on the right things. Okay, so if we get data that tells us we need to work on something that is not broken but looks like it's broken, then that might be a waste of energy. Okay, so let's do this. Before you present something, make sure that the data is clear, that it's not inconsistent, and that a 5-year-old reading it would make the correct conclusion, because that's essentially what I'm seeing, right? I'm seeing like basically a 50% drop in the guest repeat rate, but that's not the case. So then why are we seeing this graph? Okay, so I understand it could be under development. If it's under development, maybe just kind of a big sign saying that this is not finished yet. But the way I see this visually, we're not following basic data storytelling principles. Okay, all right, let's move on from this. But okay, I understand that this data isn't fully finished yet. Tendi, when will this be more accurate?
By Friday, sir.
Okay, all right, let's take a look at it after Friday then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir. Yeah, that's it. And then for this one, do you have a discussion between ARA, sir, for the reward and recognition for all user?
I did, but there's been no development on that actually. So, yeah, that one will need to. Where is Ara here? Ara. Oh wait, Ara's not here yet. Let me ask Ara about that. I'll come back. Okay, but put this
Okay.
on a come back for next week. Okay.
From next week, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Nadine, could you please put that as a next week follow up, yeah? Thank you. And then for the advocacy, yeah, for this one I had make the guideline for the to give the appreciation for the guests. This is haven't been implemented yet, but we'll start this I think from this week to analyze first. If there's guests that as give the word like recommend, then we will reach out the guests and then what is the great experience until they write a good review for recommend to others on the Airbnb, and then also give an appreciation like for the online thank you letter, and then maybe invite them to stay in the next for the next like that, and give like a kind of discount or something a service, and then also document the story of the guest on the guest story table, and then tell the guests if they would like to share their good experience to the other friends or family on their social media, either that's a written story or photos, and also repost the story of the guest posting and tag the guest on the social media using the social media frame. Okay, so actually for the guest advocacy, I had discussed with Ara as well to maybe I would like to delegate this advocacy, so I can focus on the transformation from next week like that. Okay, that's it. From strategy from Lilis, is there any update for the figure out the method? Hello, Lilis. Okay, okay, I think Lilis is not here, so I will go to the technology. For the live chat, is it Gani here? Gani, is there any update for live chat inquiry to be included in the website inquiries?
Okay, live chat inquiries to be included website inquiry. It is pending due to resource limited resource on product development team. So it
Okay,
is
so
pending
the
project.
problem is the resource.
Yeah. So we still have to count it manually on the Slack, Mas Tendi. I
So
have
currently,
met Nadia just this afternoon.
okay, I see. When do you want to continue this or put this as the
Um,
pending first?
I think I will follow up to Nadia or Mas Bayu here, so perhaps have a better visibility to include live chat inquiries to website apa namanya website inquiries on Redes. I have confirmed with Nadia in this afternoon that she said that in PD have a limited resource, so it's pending project. Is it confirmed, Mas Bayu?
Include apanya maksudnya ya?
Jadi live chat itu kan belum ada filter. Jadi dari employee, dari guest, dari partner semua masuk ke live chat inquiry. Nah, belum ada filternya kan. Nah, Aku pengen supaya on the slash booking itu di website inquiries khusus guest, it is a filtered. Mas Bayu.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can do that. I think yeah, we can have a sub discussion about that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. Secretaries, please write as a follow-up for the next week. Gani and Bayu will have some discussion to continue this for a live chat. And then for the sales leaderboard, maybe to Nadine, you have any update on this or meeting?
Yes, it's already been socialized for the system Kak, but it's not implemented yet, but will be effectively implemented starting from the February actually.
Okay. Who will be the PIC for monitor the performance progress?
It's
The
still
sales?
gonna be me at the moment. Actually, the manager is the data itself, right? It's the leaderboard itself, but to inspect, the one who inspect is still me.
Okay, so Nadine will be inspect. So I will put this as done. Okay, so for this one, prioritization matrix, is it from technology or someone
That's
know?
from BI actually, and I think
Yeah.
it's already announced Katandi by previous week. So not no dependency, only the implementation in each chapter, I guess. For this one.
Okay, I see. So it's already been in the last week, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, Karan. For the strategy one, the second update is related to orientation to conversion meeting. Actually, just now I already attached the link of how to use the COVID. The rates table. The guideline already there, but we will conduct workshop, a small workshop on Thursday, I think. It's about some finding from my inspection in inquiry and also how to use these tools basically. Already attached actually, but I think it's not updated in your site. And for the first one, we figure out during the BI meeting it's actually a false findings. Therefore, we not continue to explore on that one. Yang pertama, it's about the commission in Airbnb.
Yeah, I see. And then for the second one,
That's the second one that I explained just now.
oriented.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Okay, so you will create a workshop, Lisa, on this Thursday.
Yeah, I think it's small workshop to floor out my findings and also how to use the tool, the rates table basically to make easier for the reservation team to find properties.
Okay. Okay, my secretary is called you write this down. Lilis will create the workshop by this Thursday. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that's it. So I
Hey,
think
Tendi, could I call this into order? We have a few people. I'm not sure why, fairly senior in this company, and for some reason, I don't ever see you guys turning on your cameras, right? So that sets, of course, not a good example. And now we have new people who don't turn on their cameras. So if you are a senior person, please turn on your cameras and treat this meeting like it's something that needs to be transparent. Okay.
okay, if possible, please turn on the camera, so we can have a good conversation. Okay, thank you. So I will continue for the each chapter SLA. Start from the awareness.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. So for the overall KPI, the KPI is page view for the overall SLA. On the January, we have achieved the SLA. So the SLA is 346.000, but we got 424.000. So it is 22% above the SLA for this month, for the January 2022. For the breakdown, okay, let's go to our Airbnb first for the page view. Our target is 300,000 page view, and on January we got 380,000. So it is achieved the SLA, and as you can see, the weekly target is also achieved. for the Airbnb. Let's continue, Mas Teddy, to Facebook. Okay, for the Facebook, the monthly SLA we didn't achieve. We only get 35,000, but the SLA is 40,000. This is due to we reduce the number of listing posting because it's too noisy, too noise for the reservation team. So we a little bit prioritize and more focused on listing maintenance on the Facebook. Okay, let's go down for the Instagram. So for the Instagram, our SLA is 4,000 profile visit, and on this January we achieved 5,700. So it is already achieved, and for the weekly target is also achieved. Okay, continue to the website. Our SLA is 2,500 page view, and on January we achieved that we got 2,800 page view. Okay, and then for the KPI for the inquiry. Okay, I think for the Airbnb it doesn't not updated yet. And then for the Facebook, we doesn't get the latest data for last week because it is I confirmed with Gray it is I have a problem on read desk. And continue on the Instagram. Okay, so our SLA we need to have 60 inquiries, and then on January we got a 73 inquiries, so it's already achieved the SLA. And for the weekly target, it also achieved. For the website, it's also achieved. Our SLA is 8 inquiry per month, and we got 21 inquiries. And also, I provide some insight for this month. Okay, insight, Mas Teddy, yeah. And let's see on the February. Okay, on the Airbnb first. Okay, so here's the insight. So for the conversion from listing view to inquiry, we got 0.18%. The SLA is 0.2, so it is not achieved. But the conversion from listing view to instant book, it is already achieved. We got 0.05%. So the insight that I got is it is since daily content doctor was activated since December 2021. It is rutin dilakuin setiap hari. So it was resulting on the January 2022 we achieved the SLA conversion from listing view to instant book. And the second one, through single property optimization, BI helped by bring some insight for optimize the listing more focused and trackable. For example, from the today SPO meeting, we really deep down into each property, which listing that need to optimize, what title supposed to be better, something like that. And the last one from the friction, I think still on the guideline adoption, it is about detailed things. So I come up with two solutions basically. The first is put content checklist on SPO Trello card template, like I just mentioned earlier. And the second one is update the guideline based on user experience. This one is got idea from today's meeting with Mas Bayu and Nadia. So we will make sure we deliver all basic needs of information to the user. That's the second solution. And the last one is we have seen a lot of guest difficulty payment using credit card on the platform, especially in the Jogja area. So we need to discover alternative payment method or how we tackle this issue if guests have difficulties to the payment on Airbnb. I think that one for the Airbnb. Continue on the Facebook. Basically on the Facebook, the friction is first no data for the number of inquiry last week, and the second is prioritize market property based on SPO, And the last one is listing maintenance routine twice a week. Okay, continue on the Instagram. So for the Instagram, we have prepared content planning based on awareness calendar, and it's included public holiday as well. And the second is overall Airbnb account performance is decreased by 25%. My hypothesis is due to MBKM registration is closed, so the amount of traffic is also decreasing. But we still able to maintain the number of inquiries about 35 in last 2 weeks. So I think it's pretty good for the engagement. And the last one is potential opportunity on the Instagram ads. So last week we experimenting to boost Aurelia resident posts because it's have an urgency with the owner, and we start getting a small result. So we planning to boost on apa namanya 4 days. The budget is to 200,000, and then we got the 2 message from the ads. So I think if we able to convert this inquiry and get satisfied number of message, I think we can apa namanya optimize this in the future for specific property. Okay, I think that's that for Instagram, and the last one from website. The number of inquiry per week is stable above 7 in past 2 weeks, so I think this is a good sign. And the actionable is weekly listing maintenance is activated and adding more property based on SPO. Yeah, I think just that report from awareness. Back to Mas Tendi.
Okay, thank you Gani for the report. I think that's pretty much clear, yeah, for the report. Yeah, I saw that's quite what's called good to achieve the SLA, Gani. Yeah. So yeah, I think what do you think? Why the number is increased from the last performance from the last month, for example? Is there any? Is there about the you improve the tools, or is there an the adoption is going well?
For the page view, yeah, increase from December to January. One of the thing is we, of course, adding more listing, and the second one is apa namanya activated the daily content doctor. So it is what's called ya adoption. So we adopt the
Okay. So you reactivate the doctor listing, yeah?
daily content doctor, yes.
Okay, so that's maybe why the page view is more you got on January, because you check all the listing and then renew the hero photo and everything, right?
Yep.
Okay, I see. Okay, got it. Thank you. Is there any? Yes, Mr. Jing.
I have 2 questions here. One, Gani, didn't we say that Daily Content Doctor wasn't working a few weeks back and we would not do it anymore?
Daily content doctor. Last 2 weeks, sir.
I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago. Wei came in and she said Daily Content Doctor wasn't working very well, wasn't showing results. She was going to stop doing it. But now we're saying that Daily Content Doctor is the result of seeing this increase. So I'm getting confused.
That's a deep content doctor, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Deep Content Doctor isn't working, but Daily Content Doctor is working.
Yeah, because our daily content doctor is more we putting information on all of listing. So in one day we adding more information on like 10 listing. So it is same equal with refresh on 10 listing. But deep content doctor is just one listing.
Got it. Okay. And Tendi, as a chair, this is my thank you for the clarification, Gani. Appreciate that. Tendi, as a chair, the other thing I think we need to keep aware of is the mechanism of how an OTA like Airbnb works. Okay. So this is one thing that we know. Tendi, are you aware of what the concept of a positive feedback cycle is?
Positive feedback cycle?
A positive feedback cycle.
No, sir.
Okay. Positive feedback cycle means this. The better you do, the better you will do. And the better you will do, the even better you will do again. and you keep on building up that momentum, right? Think of a snowball, okay? Snowball is a positive feedback cycle. Small, rolls down the hill, gets bigger. Because it's bigger, it gets even bigger. Because it gets even bigger, it gets even bigger, and it keeps on accumulating more and more size, right? So that might be an explanation for what I'm seeing on the Airbnb, which is the more satisfied guests you get, the more views you get, right? And the more advocacy you get, the more views you get. So it would be actually interesting to see, are we getting more and more 5-star reviews? Okay. That could be a mechanism that is triggering Airbnb to also wrap it up. By the way, it's. I think this is a pretty important thing, but nobody's talked about it yet. I would expect maybe this to come from BI today, which is Bali open?
Um, Actually, from Wayan, latest news, it will be open on January 16th. I also read the news, basically.
Yeah,
So 16th of February.
I was just watching the Singapore news, and they said Bali's open now, and it's a 5-day quarantine.
Yes, 5-day quarantine from 16th of February.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Could that also be another reason why we're seeing more traffic grow on Airbnb? Okay. So here, listen, guys. We shouldn't be so behind on this. No, I mean it seems like if somebody finds out first, we should find out first. So, Tandy, do you think that could be a possibility too as well? That if the island is getting more and more open, we would see an accumulation of bookings or accumulation of interest.
Yes, sir. I think so because from that news, because Singapore is one of the main entrance from the Europe as well, right? If I'm not wrong,
Right.
from Europe, then they transit to Singapore and then to Bali, right? I
Yep.
think that's also will affect from the other country also, not only
Right.
Singapore.
Okay. And so this is something then as a chair, I think we need to take a look at. The SLA is 300,000 page views, right? But should that SLA, everybody, be upgraded now? Because we are in a new scenario, okay? We are now in a scenario where things are probably going to get better and better and better. All right. So we're probably moving into the red zone in the market appraisal, the least stable, but also the highest reward. So I think that could be a really interesting point. Should this be upgraded, let's say, to 600,000 page views a month? Because we're already seeing growth even before it opens. So what kind of growth do we expect after the island opens? On all channels, actually. Okay, back over to Gandhi.
For the upgrading SLA, should I consult as well to BI, or I can just come up with it?
Ideally, BI should have came to you to tell you
Oh.
that the situation is happening. But yeah, I think we need to establish a new benchmark because
Okay, so
look, since October, we can see that we're already exceeding the SLA pretty consistently. So that means the SLA probably is a scenario is based on a scenario that is pessimistic. But now the scenario is more optimistic. So therefore, this can go up. And Lilith, this is how we integrate our information into a projection, right? Because if we detect that the top of funnel is increasing too, then it goes to show that this is going to have downstream consequences, right? All the way down to the end as well. Okay. All right. I'll pass it back to yes, Gani.
okay, so
Yes, sir.
you can put it dependency to me to reach out to BI team to BD on release to have a sub discussion about improving the SLA. Yeah. And we will come up with a new SLA for next week meeting.
Yep. Okay. Thank you, Gani.
Yep. Okay, thank you. So Gani will discuss with BI team for the upgrade the new SLA, because we have been achieved, I think, from the October from the SLA. Okay, thank you. Okay, so I will go to the next to the conversion chapter. Lagi.
Okay, thank you, Kak Tendi.
Yeah. Okay, could you tell us
Okay.
your update?
Okay, so I'm gonna report the data for the last week of January. Yeah. So for the Facebook Facebook, actually, there is some error on the system, so we cannot see how many inquiries we got for the last week of January. But I just give you the data of how many inquiry converted. So it's 2 previous week, and we see that the Airbnb is improving, as well as Instagram and website. And then we have zero conversion on the agent itself. So as far that I can observe at the moment, that we haven't got any good guidelines on managing agents, and this delegations for managing agent campaign is not really delegated very well, because the understanding of managing the conversion in this campaign is not really good juga gitu. Jadi that's why ini nanti akan jadi priority in this conversion, Kak Tendi, to manage the agent actually. So yeah, and for the general SLA conversions, I haven't got the data yet, because the Facebook one is missing, right? So I cannot see how much is the average. But since Gray, I believe it's already go back to PD team, that it will be done by tomorrow. So yeah, that's pretty much my update.
Okay, that's all for the inquiry, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so for the Facebook, so we don't have the data yet for now. Agent. Yes, sir. Do you have any question about this data?
Sure. Okay. Thank you, Nadine, for actually spotting the story line in the through line in the agent conversion. This isn't very good news for a few reasons. One, we are most likely going to be experiencing a large surge in the revenue opportunities from agents. So Gani, Ara, and a few of others already know what we're talking about here. So we are deepening our partnership with Asia Exchange and other study abroad programs to Bali. And from this, we expect to be able to get a pretty high amount of revenue, 6 months of consistent revenue for up to 300 students, which probably means somewhere in the order of, I don't know, divide by 6. Okay, so that's probably 50 villas for 6 months of the year, which is actually really nice, right? That can fill a lot of revenue
Yep.
potential. Okay, and at a 0% conversion, that is not very healthy. Okay, so that means even if that opportunity arrives, we are not prepared to absorb it yet. So that needs to immediately be rectified in order for us to, survive, right? Do well. So that's one dimension. The second dimension relates to an issue I think that we've been seeing, which is the direct approach. I don't think we don't even is the direct in website, or if somebody like found our WhatsApp number and approached us to that, where would that actually be called? I don't even know who I should ask for this question to. I guess I'll ask Nadine. Nadine, if let's say we had a direct guest who approached us through WhatsApp, would that actually even be registered here?
Yes.
Under what category?
Yes, sir. It depends from which platforms they're coming.
We don't know. They WhatsApp us.
Oh, there will be a clue for Instagram. For Instagram, there will be apa namanya, automatic message that identify that this person's come from Instagram.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And then if it's from website, it will be notified on the Slack. If it's from Airbnb usually we direct to Instagram, and usually they give us the screenshot of the previous
Okay.
chat on Airbnb. So that's how we identify.
Okay. I'll bring Ara in because there's a few cases there. Ara, well, why don't you go ahead and explain your situation there?
So basically, I think messaging questions because there are multiple inquiries that's coming in through WhatsApp directly, right? And it's not detected. I don't know. It's not being followed up. It's not even detected. I guess I'm not sure. So in that case, my questions are exactly the same. Like if it's not from Instagram, not from Facebook, It's just like referrals from Tendi, from Bayu, from me. It's our personal guest. Itu detected nggak?
The reservation should ask if it's if it's the inquiry coming langsung ke WhatsApp without any clue that we already systemize gitu ya. It's the reservation team should ask where did this person come from and know Bukit Vista.
What
On
is,
which campaign it will be documented nanti?
yeah, where would it be documented if it's like through a referral or a personal
That
recommendation?
that will be direct. It's not included in
Ah.
this, but we have the we have the category, sir, but not in this. But it's shown in Redash actually.
Okay, here's what I think. Okay, go ahead.
I guess that's what you guys need then, because it's not stated in here, it's not measurable, then you guys tend to ignore. If you put specific SLA for the direct itself, like how many conversions targeted, then I think the teams will be more aware to handle the direct booking cases, you know. And moreover, the person that I send to randomly text air support never being asked whether they are from Instagram, Facebook, and so on. So there is no inspection at all at this point, right? How exactly we handle the direct that is not coming from this platform stated here: Airbnb, Facebook, Instagram, website, agent, and so on, right? So I think the conversion team needs and required to make that so that for further bookings as referrals can be monitored better, you know, if we have specific number to be targeted. So
Okay.
back to you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I would tend to
Yes, sir.
agree with Ara. If it's not measured, it won't be managed. So if we are getting direct and direct referrals are not getting through, then probably it's a good idea to measure it. Actually, it's not probably a good idea. It is a good idea to measure it. Bayu has something to chip in.
I think because we have limited time as well, I think is it possible to discuss on the conversion chapter?
Yeah. Okay. We'll see
Then
this
we update.
Actually, it's not only on the conversion. I just want to point out that I have this discussion with Gani just before this. This is related to the guest experience design, how we design the experience. So previously we were discussing on the awareness. This is on the awareness. So if there's a guest searching for accommodation, what kind of experience that we design for them? How can they contact us? And surprisingly, we don't have the list of all of the channel that the guest can contact us. We have emails listed on the website, but we don't monitor that, right? We don't detect that message, probably because it's not here, not tracked here, or WhatsApp, or any direct message like that,
Or
so
chat.
yeah, or any other platform that probably less than 1% maybe the number, but we don't know the impact of that bookings, like the guest, if the guests email us, probably they have stayed with us like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, right? And that's probably a good lead. So that is related to the design. So it's not only about the conversion, how we convert it, but also how we design how the guest can contact us. Is there any other way other than this platform, and how we going to handle that? Right now, the question is, will it be tracked or not? We're not sure. We will only track it if there's a booking from that channel. But what if there's no booking? What if there's no booking, but there's an inquiry and there's no booking because we didn't answer? So currently we don't know that, but I think I've asked Gani to collect everything, every way that's possible for a guest to contact us, and then what will happen next is that Gani will transfer that to conversion, so conversion will know what are the possibilities and how to handle all of that.
Okay, thank you, Mas Bayu. So from the top funnel, yeah. Okay, thank you, Mas Bayu, for the insight. Mr. Secretaries, please be note, yeah. Okay, thank you.
Tendi.
Yes.
Tendi, sorry, ini additional. I'm not gonna discuss it here. It's just
Yeah.
additional ideas that you guys can bring later on the conversion chapter. Is that do we have person in charge for each of the attributes in here? Airbnb, Facebook, Instagram, website, agent, and so on. Ada nggak, Tendi?
The PIC.
Yeah.
Terus Nadine.
Yes, we do have, Kara.
Oh, okay. Okay, then I think it can be also stated somewhere like in here if it's a report, jadi kita bisa directly knows who in charge. So let's say the conversion down for Airbnb, I know who I go to, like okay, I'm gonna ask to Nadine, for example. So yeah, that's just additional idea.
Okay, thank you, Ara, for the suggestion. I think that will be work for the all chapter as well, yeah. Okay, thank you. I will go to the next chapter for the transformation. Goes to Mutia.
Tendi. Good afternoon, everyone. So I'm going to show you the week update last week from January. For the cancellation itself is achieved from from 20%. Yeah, it's achieved. It's less than 20%. And after that, the gas extend also it's increased from the third week of January. And for the gas certain is increasing because of we have three gas certain actually, but we still achieve the SLA because it's less than 2%.
Okay, so for the what's called for the SLA, there is already implement the upgrade the SLA, yeah. Previously it's 10% for the gas extended. For the February we upgraded to the 15%, and then for the gas cancellation, for the gas shorten the stay from 10% to 2%. So we will maintain to reduce the gas shorten under 2%. Okay, is there any question? Okay, if not, then I will go to the next chapter, which is that's advocacy. Okay, so for the advocacy, for the check-in rating, for the first is check-in rating is it's still same 4.85, and then for the communication rating it's improving from the 4.73 to 4.9 because on the adoption we strictly consistently for asking the guest morning check-in, and then also replying the new guideline for the replying under 10 minutes. So I think that's working, so we get this rating. And then for the review conversion rate also it's we achieve for this week because we are implementing also the new guideline about how to remind the guests on the checkout and then leave a review. And then also we use the Slack to notify if there is any guest that haven't left the review, so we can we send the friendly reminder for the guest for that. And then that's also working for this week like that. Thank you. Is there any question?
I don't have a question, but this is actually very remarkable. To go from 9% to 41% within a month, I think is something that is incredibly strong. So congratulations for getting those review conversions. Perhaps, Tendi, that has something to do with also the awareness going up too as well. Because the more positive reviews you get, the more it drives awareness again. So congratulations. I think this is pretty consistent with the other data that we're seeing.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, that's all from the advocacy. From the technology, is there any KPI or no? Okay, just I guess it's all. So we have 2 minutes left. So for the summary is for this meeting, so we will improve to upgrade the number of the SLA for the awareness, yeah, for this month. And then Gani will come up with the new number next week. And then also with for the conversion will be what's called discuss it about the some potential channel that will be suggest from the awareness team. So we will count as well, and then also put for the name of the each IC of the its responsible of this platform like that. So we can we know who will we contact with if there is any SLA that not achieved like that or need to improve. Okay, I think that's it then for all. We also run out of the time. Thank you very much, guys, for joining the meeting.